Hello and good day to you. This is the weekly news recap on the Insider Podcast. I am Coyote Sonny. Let's begin from Monday, where the federal government announced the suspension of duties, tariffs, and taxes on some essential food items imported through land and sea borders. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, made this known during a press briefing at the National Press Center in Abuja. Kyari disclosed that the listed food items, which include maize, wheat, husk brown rice, and cowpeas, will enjoy a 150-day duty-free import window. Also on Monday, the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) blamed resurfacing of field queues in some parts of the country on the disruption of ship-to-ship transfer of petrol between mother vessels and daughter vessels resulting from recent thunderstorm. A statement by the company's chief corporate communications officer, Olufemi Shoneye, said the adverse weather condition has also affected berthing at jetties, truck loadouts, and transportation of products to filling stations, disrupting station supply logistics. The clarification came following reports of long field queues in Lagos, Abuja, and other parts of the country. And now to Tuesday, President Bola Tinubu announced the creation of the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development in a move expected to end the perennial clashes between pastoralists and farmers. Tinubu approved the creation of the ministry when he inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Livestock Reforms at the Council Chamber of the State House in Abuja. President Tinubu said with the move, Nigeria can now look forward to maintaining the quality and safety of perishable goods from farm to market, thereby reducing food waste and ensuring a stable supply. Also on Tuesday, the Senate urged President Bola Tinubu to urgently address the food insecurity across the nation. This prayer followed a motion moved by Sunday Karimi and co-sponsored by Ali Ndume at plenary. The motion noted that in the last few months, the price of goods and household consumables have been on an abysmal rise in the country, leading to a high rate of inflation, weakened buying power, and general worsening of living conditions of the vast majority of Nigerians. Still on Tuesday, following a motion of urgent national importance sponsored by 88 members, the House of Representatives asked the federal government to suspend the implementation of the Samoa Agreement until all controversial clauses are addressed and spelled out. In moving the motion, a member of the House, Aliyu Madaki, drew attention to the clause which highlights gender equality and describes it as a Trojan horse which could violate the morals of the country. The House also mandated its relevant committees to investigate the controversial provisions of the agreement. And now to Wednesday. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, said the National Judicial Council (NJC) has already activated the process of making errant judges who give misleading and conflicting judgments be made to face the consequence of their actions. The CJN spoke at the inauguration of 22 justices for the Court of Appeal at the main courtroom of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in Abuja. He described their conduct as an embarrassment to the judiciary, which would no longer be handled lightly. Meanwhile, the trial of former governor of the central bank, Godwin Emefiele, continued at the Lagos High Court Ikeja with the testimony of the business relationship manager with Zenith Bank PLC, Ifeoma Ogbonaya. Picking up from where she left off on Tuesday, the witness told the court that there was no relationship between Godwin Emefiele and the companies. While being cross-examined by Emefiele's counsel, Olalekan Ojosan, the witness said neither the former governor nor his wife were signatories to the 3 accounts of the private companies, namely Limelight Multidimensional Services, Comex Support Services, and Antwin Resources. Also on Wednesday, the Community Court of Justice, ECOWAS, ordered the federal government to pay Obianoju Ude, popularly known as DJ Switch, Perpetual Kamsi, and Dabira Oluwa Adeyinka 2 million naira each for violation of their rights. The court found Nigeria in breach of Articles 1, 4, 6, 9, 10, and 11 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, specifically on the right to life, security of person, freedom of expression, assembly and association, prohibition of torture, the duty of the state to investigate, and the right to effective remedy. Ude and others alleged that these violations occurred during the peaceful protest against the SARS unit of the Nigerian police force at the Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos on October 20 and 21, 2020. And now to Thursday, President Bola Tinubu hailed the Supreme Court ruling on local government autonomy, saying Nigerians, especially the poor, will be able to hold their local leaders to account. The Apex Court had on Thursday declared that it is unconstitutional for state governors to hold on to funds meant for local governments. The Supreme Court also barred governors from dissolving democratically elected local government councils, saying that doing so would amount to breach of the 1999 Constitution. Still on Tuesday, President Bola Tinubu said, still on Thursday, President Bola Tinubu said Nigerian workers deserve improved welfare, better wages, as well as safe and enhanced working conditions as the driving force of the nation. Tinubu said this while speaking with the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC), led by Comrade Joe Ajaero, and that of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria (TUC), led by Comrade Festus Osifo in Abuja. According to a statement by his media aide, Ajuri Ngelale, the president said he is concerned about the welfare of Nigerian workers and that his administration is prioritizing their concerns. Also on Thursday, the organized labor consisting of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress has maintained that its 250 naira demand and the 62,000 naira figure submitted by the tripartite committee for new minimum wage remain until after discussions with President Bola Tinubu. While Labour insists on 250,000 naira as a new minimum wage, the committee had pegged it at 62,000 naira. But during a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa, the organized labor led by the NLC President Joe Ajaero and his TUC counterpart Festus Osifo said nothing has changed about the demands. Ajaero said the meeting, which lasted for about an hour and was later adjourned to next week, was not a negotiation and the two figures remain on the table. And now to Friday, President Bola Tinubu lauded the stability of the Ibadan monarchy and its rank-of-free kingship model, describing it as one that Nigeria can learn from. Tinubu made this remark during the coronation ceremony and presentation of staff of office to the 43rd Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Owolabi Olakuleyin, by Governor Seyi Makinde at the historic Mapo Ibadan. Tinubu, who was represented by Minister of Power Chief Adebayo Adelabu, praised the enduring tradition, resilience of the Ibadan monarchy and unique succession route to the Olubadan throne as one that stands out. Also in a related development, Oba Akinloye Owolabi Olakuleyin was crowned as the 43rd Olubadan of Ibadan land. The ceremony preceded the seclusion for some days of now crowned monarch. He succeeds the 42nd king, Oba Mahood Lekan Balogun, who died on the 14th of March 2024 at 81. Governor Seyi Makinde later presented his staff of office to the Olubadan at the Mapo Hall's grounds in the Oyo State capital. Also on Friday, the presidency inaugurated the Presidential Food Systems Coordination Unit. The committee is saddled with the responsibility of finding a lasting solution to the food security crisis and the rising cost of food items in the country. The unit, which will be chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima, comprises some state governors, representatives of local governments, development partners, and other critical stakeholders. The group is to coordinate all agricultural activities in Nigeria. And that's it on the weekly news recap for the week. Ensure to follow the Insider Podcast across podcast streaming platforms and on social media at the Insider Pod 1, at the Insider Pod 1. I am Kayode Sonny. Thanks for listening.